Hello? Hello?
Podcast Network Asia.
Hey guys, welcome back to Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact, now exclusively on Spotify, powered by Anchor. My name is Alec and I'm your host. And if this is your first time listening to the podcast, welcome back. I'm just grateful for you here. I'm just beyond thankful that you are still listening or you're checking out the podcast if this is your first time. And if you are an avid listener of the podcast, then welcome back. I missed you. I'm just so happy that you're here. And before anything else, I just want to say thank you to everyone who's just supporting the podcast, posting the podcast on Instagram, liking the video, supporting me on YouTube as well. You know, the people who supports the videos on YouTube, I really appreciate them and just really grateful. I think that's been my state for the past couple of days. I have been kind of relaxing when it comes to content creation, mainly because I think for the earlier months, all I've been experiencing was struggle. And now that I got to slow down, I got to actually appreciate what my life is all about. More importantly, become grateful for the things that I am experiencing in life. And I'm just in that state of gratitude. And I'm just so happy that, I get to share this moment also with you guys. And I get to share this experience with all of you guys here. So hopefully this won't be the last one. And we continue to support each other so that we can make better decisions for ourselves and for the people around us. And so one thing that I think awakened me in the past couple of months was that the life that we have right now is a life that we would never ever experience twice. I have experienced or gone through a lot of change. I don't even remember who Alec was a year ago. It's a totally different persona or an identity shift has happened in the last couple of months, where I got to experience life in a more holistic pursuit, and it brought me to a state of more calm, more peace. And I want to share with you one thing that I also ponder about. And here's the thing. It's also the same thing that I've been reminding myself for the last year. And I kind of stayed away from it. I kind of driven away from it and let, other stuff such as my ego and my pride to navigate my directions and my choices. And you see, if we let ego, which is basically our desire to look good and to be right, that's when things go sour for us. That's when things go bad for us, when we start to actually give too much fucks about what other people think, what other people might say, right? Or basically we look good to other people. And so in the past couple of months, I've been deconstructing that belief and aligning myself again to this one core thought, one core principle that I have lived by last year, which allowed me to live my best year ever. Also, my book coming out, Your Best Year Ever. Sign up here if you want to go sign up for the wait list. This principle allowed me to just enjoy life to the fullest. And what I'm talking about here is a concept and a principle called, it's basically a Stoic phrase that I know that you guys know about, but I think it's just a perfect time for us to be reminded, as we're heading at the end of 2022 and coming into 2023, it is a timely reminder. And I think we should always remind ourselves of this, that our time here in this world is limited. I have a tattoo here that is coming from a Stoic phrase, which essentially says memento mori, which means remember that you must die. For some, it's depressing, it's a scary thought, but for others, it's one of the most liberating things that they could think of. Why? Because when you remember that your life here is just one shot. If the time that you have here is limited, then you'll start stripping down the not so important things in your life and start focusing on the things that are important for you. I think there was a story back in the Daily Stoic book, and basically one person said to the king that, your job is easy. Anyone can do that, right? So the king wanted to show and prove to that person that my job is not that easy, and there's a lot of threat imposed to it. So why don't we switch seat? You sit here, okay? We switch roles. But the king also made one minor adjustment. He hang a sword at the top of that person's head, like just by a thread, and anytime the sword can fall down and kill the person. And so that just justifies that, a king's position is always faced or posed with the threat of assassination or getting killed. But if we're going to look at it at a macro point of view, that's us in life. Like every single day, there is a sword dangling at the top of our head. Because the truth is, we would never know when would be our last day. We would never know. A lot of people, they make plans, but again, the truth is, you would never know. You're hoping that you would last long, but reality is, you won't know how long you'll last. And so that's a reminder that we always should remind ourselves that our time here is limited, and there's a sword dangling at the top of our heads. And if we get to that realization, I think there's also a question that we need to bear. And the question is, are we living the life that we are supposed to be living? Just take a good look at the last 24 hours of your life. Just yesterday, look at, when you started the day yesterday. Let's just say that today was your last day. Go back 24 hours. How have you been living your life? Have you lived a life where you are filled with love, compassion, positivity, kindness, and just fulfillment and happiness? Or are you living a life full of despair, sadness, problems, worries, fears, and doubts? Take a step back. Okay? Have you lived a life according to your beliefs, to your truths, to your values? Or did you live a life that is kind of contradicting to who you really are deep down inside? Because the sword is always dangling every single day. A lot of people, some people, they're dying of cancer, they're dying of critical illnesses. Some people die of accidents. But all of us are dying in some sense. Like every day, every second that passes by, we're getting 1 inch closer to our death. Right? I saw I think an Instagram reel. Like I know the person is just singing happy birthday, right? And basically the happy birthday song asks, how does it feel that you're 1 year older? And also, how does it feel that you're one step closer to your grave? Like, it's a contradicting that you're older, you're more mature, you're more, you're bigger, but you get also closer to your death. And this is not to scare you guys. This is life. This is the reality of life. That there is a sword dangling on the top of our heads, and we're dying every single day. And this is just a great reminder that really prompts us to ask the bigger questions in life. Am I living my life the way I want to live it? Because if not, then what are you waiting for? You don't want to wait until you're 60 or 70 or 80 to say that I've had enough and I'm start going to live my life now. You want it to experience right now. You want to experience it today. So ask yourself, if today was your last day. A lot of people, they just say, oh, well, I'm going to die tomorrow, so I'm not just going to do anything. Okay, fine. But let's say this month is your last month. Or maybe next year, 2023, is your last year. How do you want to live it? Because the moment that we get to that realization, we will slow down and actually say, okay, what are the most important things in my life right now? And all the other things that are not aligned with it, going to save you for another day. Going to save you for another time.
Hi, I'm Samantha Panilio, and this is my girl, Maureen Montang. Join us as we talk about our life experiences and girl talk that you don't want to miss. Here at Walk the Talk. Tune in every Wednesday and Friday on Spotify. We can't wait to see you there. And see you strut your stuff. See you later, chismosas!
Start questioning yourself. Start questioning yourself whether you are really doing something that is meaningful, that is aligning to your values. Is this something that you really want? For the people out there who are in their jobs, unhappy, in relationships, in toxic relationships, and you're unhappy, what are you doing? It's not worth it. I'm not sure if I made a podcast episode about it, but I almost died early this year, near death experience, because the car that we were driving was really like swirling left and right, and you kind of just, when you see the movies when they go like flashback, you also experience that when you're just this close to death. So my life flashed before my eyes. Like, I remember when I was a kid and up to maybe age 15, and then age 15 to age 26, where I am right now, and just being able to realize, oh, wow, that was a good life. And that's a pleasant thing that we all want to aspire. If next year is the last year that we have, is it our year? It's the year that we gave it all out. We gave 100%. We did what we said that we can. We lived up to our potential. Because you pondering, you wishing, you being scared of not living to your potential is you doing exactly that. Stop talking about it anymore. Stop worrying about it anymore. And just do it. When you get to slow down and to align yourself, you now start to pick yourself up and say, okay, now it's time to focus on the real stuff, on the real things, and what truly matters. So maybe my invitation for you guys as we get into, the last month of the year, maybe coming 2023, set your eyes into what you want to achieve for yourself. Set your eyes to the things that you truly want, that you would know that will give a huge impact in this world, will give you a lot of money, will give you a lot of happiness, will give you a lot of fulfillment, and give you a good sense of purpose. And start doing it. You're the only one who's limiting yourself on that. So remind yourself that next year, 2023, might be the last year of your life. Start loving, start living, and start enjoying life. And so that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's kind of just a wake-up call for you to stop wasting your life. Like, a lot of you guys do stupid shit and then wonder why your life's not the way that you want it to be. Wake up. You're the one in control. You're the one who has the power in this. Make it happen. So yeah, hopefully you got something from this. If you do, go ahead, share it on my Instagram. Don't forget to tag me at Alec Cuenca. And yeah, let me know what you want me to talk about in the podcast. And also, please watch my YouTube channels, YouTube videos. I'm hoping that more people get to experience my YouTube videos. And yeah, if you want more of these content, let me know. And maybe the question that I'm going to leave with you, I'm also going to put it down here so you could answer it here on Spotify. Like, if next year was your last year in life, what kind of life do you want to live? And be specific. Declare it to the world. Because you never know. Never know. How do you want to be remembered? Who's the version of you that you want to see next year? Knowing that this might just be the last, because the truth is, it actually might be. Not scare you, but that's just reality. Anyway, thank you guys so much. If you like this, again, share this on your Instagram. Don't forget to tag me at Alec Cuenca. Appreciate you guys big time. I love you guys. Thank you for all of the support, all of the love, and continue to keep on listening to the podcast. So again, my name is Alec Cuenca. This is Small Talk, small conversations with huge impact. And I'll see you guys next episode. Always remember, you are loved, you are capable, and you're more than enough. Peace.
The views and opinions expressed by the podcast creators, hosts, and guests do not necessarily reflect the official policy and position of Podcast Network Asia, the hosts of the program, or other programs of the network. Any content provided by the people on the podcast are of their own opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.